Dan got so pissed off he called his work. But it didn't end there. He also called his wife, the guy's wife.
So he basically did
the same guy who's calling out fuck Hassan.
Isn't there some? Isn't that girl with the in the gaming magazine that called the guy's wife? That was the end of her. Should be the end of him too. Chud had made this inspect element thing where it's supposed to be Turkey Tom and Nick were irritated with me. And it was obviously fake and it was obviously a joke and all that. But Nick had wrote back, it's like, I didn't like when Tommy did it. And I don't like when Chud's doing it now. And I thought to myself, I thought when I did the fake tweet things that they were so over the top that nobody could take them like anything serious, anything other than a joke. I mean, some of them ridiculous. Some of them are real, but some of them are like redonkulous. Dan Saltman is gay. So I decided to put this in just to irritate the ever-living shit out of Nick. Inspect element tweets raw.
Yeah, and it's his tweet.
Yeah, and I think for the shows, from now on in the shows, I'm just going to do inspect element stuff. For just the we'll go with the other format for the videos, but inspect element is this from now on. So There you go. So I'm just doing this to irritate Nick and entertain myself. So there was a big throwdown.
Yeah. We'll probably like want to. Yeah, we should like organize these. So like Nick posted a thread. That's like the initial thing. It's in there. If you clicked on it and everything I sent you.
He's called Dan Saltman discourse rapist.
No. I mean, like before the fight. So before the fight, Nick was like arguing about the whole with Hassan.
Yeah.
And if it's like doxing or not.
Yeah. Well, Hassan, what exactly did he do? He showed somebody's like picture or like handle or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
So he showed his YouTube. He looked up his name on YouTube. He clicked on his YouTube channel and he played a video of the guy who just happened to be showing his face in the video on his own video.
We showed it yesterday.
Yeah.
So yeah, whatever. I'm sure he did it for malicious reasons because it's Hassan, of course.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. But
and the fact is, Hassan has about a 3-inch penis because he has to pull a gun out when somebody makes fun of him. I mean, that really should say everything about Hassan. I mean, he has a tiny, tiny penis because the only person in the world that would ever do that would feel that insecure. Imagine being as rich as he is, successful. Because you know what it is? Hassan knows he's successful he's the Forrest Gump of Twitch. It just kind of fell into place. And he knows that at some level. He's semi-conscious of it. He knows how stupid he is. So
I mean, like yesterday, we played a clip of Hassan at a party saying, oh, I'm the richest guy. I'm the richest guy at the party. Like he's a communist.
Boomer seen this inspect element. Yeah, I actually forgot. I had to be reminded how to use it. Yeah, it's so difficult. Click on it and change the thing. Well, I like them. Some of them are really funny. I'm going to do fake ones from now on. It's not like, I don't know. We ran the test with the open thing, but now I think we're going to go back to the thumbnail thing. Make very simple, stupid thumbnails for streams. Put a lot of names in there, get as many people in here as possible, totally like cheat the algorithm system. Every fucking time I use XSplit now, I get a notification on my fucking phone. It's so weird. Call them a discourse rapist.
Weird.
Yeah, because the kernel was going wrong or anything like that. So, I'm not going to go over this. It's ridiculous. Many commentators seem hesitant to use the term doxing, perhaps because it's often misapplied. Yet both California AB 1979 and Twitch's terms of service clearly categorize Hassan's context. So it's going to be a legal argument versus you're being a bitch.
It's like a technicality.
Yeah, technicality and what have you. And this is the thing too. Like he's opening, because Dan doesn't give a shit. He's opening up a can of fucking worms. Because every time somebody's name flashes on it, well, that was it. We're all going to debate whether it was malicious or not. That's what it really comes down to, you know. And the thing is, this is what impresses me so little about Dan. He's just a really vapid, spiteful, revenge-filled retard. I mean, at first I kind of liked him kind of going after Twitch because of their hypocrisy when it came to, left-wing commentators or people, being, I don't know, passively supportive of Israel, sort of like Ethan is. But then I heard him say that, he really wasn't doing it because I thought it was like kind of honorable, but it was, because he's Jewish. So that's honorable to me. You look out for your own people. I find honor in that. Same, even you, Ball, even though you're an Arab. If you look out for your own, right?
I mean, how many times have you argued about just
no, but you know me. I'm not joking around. Like, I do think you should look out for, a certain kinship to Irish Americans, and you should have a certain kinship to your fellow gay tossers off of roofs. Yeah,
I mean, sometimes it's a good pro. It's a good pro. Just saying.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's a good toss. So, but it was just it's basically because Dan is just a suck ass. He's a one-man spicy chat, a one-man fucking 4chan or Kiwi Farms to me. He's just a ridiculous person. And the one thing, I don't care if he kills babies. I'll support Destiny till the end. All right, you're a concentration camp guard. Fantastic. I did hear that, and we'll get into this later, that Willie was actually seriously considering working with this guy, and I couldn't be happier to find out that's not the case.
I mean, Willie and Nick, they were all supposed to do a podcast.
Well, I mean, Willie knows this now. Unlike if you go to Nick's DMs with me in the past 2 weeks, you might think there's a lot of Chud stuff. There isn't. In fact, there's not one. I'm letting all them fucking drive him crazy, and it kind of boiled up to Aiden getting shut down yesterday and not even understand what he was talking about. No, I've left Nick alone out of this whole thing. I absolutely would have stood up and bitched, not publicly, privately, and said, "Why are you getting bad with this guy? He's a complete garbage can. He's shifty, shady.
Yeah, and SALTMAN. Yeah,
he's a shady, shifty jerk. Not because he's Jewish, because he's shifty. He just is. He's just a slime ball, and he's probably just going to get you in trouble. Because here's the thing about the the anti-chuds and or the anti-DDGs and the pro-DDGs. They're all slime balls. They're all left-wing extremists. They're slime balls. They'll use all these tactics. And even Ethan has shown some. I mean, even long before this, there's a little war with Keemstar. Now, there is a time where you got to fight, and I think Ethan met that threshold, right? With this stuff, and he's tacitly supporting Israel and just concerned about, some of the people that were slaughtered over a concert, and that made him like a Zionist, foaming at the mouth Israel supporter, and they didn't mind lying about him and turning him into that. So yeah, you get up and you fight, and you got to fight publicly. But I mean, if you're just going to get him, sooner or later, people are going to have had it. I am generally surprised that the lawsuit against Larry Moe and Curly over there was as well received as it was. And that really should be the shockwave to Denims and Frogan that especially in Europe, they hate any kind of litigation. It's like the last goddamn thing you do. It's something Americans do. It's just, it puts a bad taste in everybody's mouth. And it went by pretty smooth. I would say he won with the lady. It didn't really do that much damage. And I think it just shows you how disgusting a bigger part of the public thinks. Now, I know all you youngins like John Sigma, that stupid fucking Irish prick from Liverpool. All right? I guess I just doxed him. Even though he said he was from Liverpool before. That's the thing. Just what I said right now could get me in trouble, even though he's been on the show and said he was from Liverpool. I mean, under Dan Saltman's stupid rules. Most of the planet that has seen the conflict over the years, and maybe my situation dealt directly with Islamic terrorism, and even Vault will tell you, to a certain extent, you have no idea who you're supporting when you're supporting these guys. These guys are if there's a right wing and a left wing of Islam, they're the farthest right. Is that accurate? I mean, you can fucking step on me. I mean, you're closer to this.
Where you going? I kind of got confused over like where you were going with this.
Well, I'll pay attention and I'll explain it to you. They're the most extreme. And where I'm going with this is there's a shit ton. Let me be simple. Young people seem to be falling into this goddamn Palestine thing. It doesn't seem to be people that are middle-aged and older. Would you agree with that?
I think to me, most of it is just activism at a very young age. Just like wanting to do something.
In a lot of ways, and I'm using John Sigma because I really noticed a lot of Celtic people in Europe think it's just like the Troubles. It's not. It's totally different. You have no idea what you're supporting. These people would throw, as soon as they get on throwing the Jews off the roof, they'd be throwing you off the roof. That's where I was.
I mean, like we've seen the gays for Palestine, so
yeah, you know what? The Irish for Palestine is just as stupid, if not as stupid. Oh, you think what are you going to do? You're going to hold a cross up and keep them away when they come for you? You think Islamic terrorism is only bad when the wrong people do it, but it's okay when the Palestinians do it? We're getting a little off.
To me personally, it just feels like a misunderstanding. They see something. They see a conflict occurring.
They see something in
far
common.
Away.
They see something in common, and there's literally
That's what I'm gonna get to. They see a conflict happening a million miles away.
Christian Palestinians were being killed.
They see a bit of similarities.
That's what I'm talking. Look at the rationalization
they're just
there.
like us.
How much you want to bet German fucking Jews were being killed when the American and English bombs got down? How much you want to bet? I mean, that's how ridiculous that statement is. You know, they see some sort of comment. I noticed it because I watch Celtic a little bit, and I watch these morons that just don't know anything. They've never been outside of Scotland a day. They have no idea what they're dealing with. And I'm saying you have to support Israel one way or another.
I don't.
But here's the thing: when you're supporting Palestine, or at least the Palestinian government and their authority and what have you, you're supporting Islamic terrorism because it's a terrorist state. I'm not talking about. I would the kids
say personally.
The kids. I'm not. Listen, let me finish. Let me finish. Not talking about the kids. Not talking about the innocent people. I'm not talking about Joe Muslim. This state is a terrorist state and always has been. But now you can disagree with me.
I was going to say, you can't really say Palestinian state because that's a different entity.
The state, yeah. No, that's the people. The people.
No. I'm not saying people. I'm not saying people. I'm talking about government entities. I'm talking about Hamas and the government state. That's a different fucking thing in the West Bank.
I'm not talking about the West Bank. West Bank's on the other fucking side. The West Bank's in the West.
Yeah, but
I'm talking about in the East and the West.
State. You said Palestinian state.
I mean, that's
the
government. Authority.
Same thing. Authority is them. Yeah. When we talk about Gaza, that's just Hamas. They're the ones who's doing all the killing.
Whether it be in the West Bank or Gaza, whatever form of government, if you want to call it that, it's a terrorist form of government. Are we going to split hairs here? That's what I'm saying. The people that have the authority over there are Islamist extremists. Can we at least agree on that?
Well, the people, the West Bank, didn't really do shit. It's just Hamas.
Hamas. Hamas is in charge. Okay, does Hamas run the streets over there? I mean, we're really splitting hairs in. Yes or no? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a terrorist state. Whoever the fucking terrorist group is in the West Bank is same thing. They're killing people in the West Bank.
Yeah, SALTMAN.
I'm sure. Killing people. It's a fucking full-blown war. Yeah, I wonder why that is. It's been proven without a doubt. I saw it on the internet. Whatever. We're getting way too fucking far away from this.
Oh, yeah, we went miles away.
Yeah, well, my point is, I get Dan's, these people have no, these people have no love for Jews. They don't want peace. They want control, power, and probably be able to commit a Holocaust of their own. So that's what I'm talking about. They're just a fucking joke. I've seen this kind of ideology up close, and there's nothing penetrates it. Bullet does, but that's about it.
But like to me personally, I don't think Dan really cares about.
I don't think Dan cares a fucking rat's monkey's
He
ass
just cares
about that
about
stuff.
bringing down his
He
enemies,
cares
his
about
virtual enemies.
he cares about
much
it. This is all just a means for internet beef. Just like to the left.
So, like he'll just use any available weapon
Yeah.
just to bring down his enemies, even if that enemy could stab his friends or himself in the future.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's just a means to an end. I don't think he believes in it. I probably have more support, legitimate support for Israel than he ever had. I think Dan Solomon is all about Dan Solomon. All right. So Nick fired back with examples of doxing.
Yeah, so he just did the exact same thing that Hassan did. He pulled up his YouTube channel and watched a video. The guy happened to show his face in the YouTube video.
Why are you arguing with me, laughing my ass off? I didn't write the law. Find an attorney that says you're correct. Okay, if the law is horseshit, you can't protest it? Is that what you're saying, Dan? It's just the law. Well, if that is truly the law, it's ridiculous. If it's Twitch's, I mean, it's just, you just sound like a snitch. If it's Twitch's policy, that's ridiculous. Because you're a discourse rapist who makes us all look worse by comparison through bad faith attacks like this one. I don't think this is bad faith. Do I think it's bad faith? No, I don't. I think he honestly probably looks at it that way. He's trying to win the argument. So yeah, maybe that's bad faith. Why is it bad faith? When should you substitute your own, our own feelings of what something is versus the law says? When you feel the law is wrong? Why is it? When should we substitute our feelings on what something is versus what the law says? Yeah, when the law is ridiculous, when the law is wrong. I mean, that's an easy answer. You're not
it's
really.
It's kind of like jaywalking being illegal, even though no one really cares, not even the cops. Is it ridiculous? Yeah. I mean, you can't see like where I'm going with this. There are a bunch of fucking laws that don't mean shit.
Well, if the law is morally wrong or reprehensible or ridiculous, or of course, there's a million reasons. That's the law. Sorry.
Also, this is just YouTube. This is in courts.
And there's also an element of this is like, you're just fucking trying to justify your snitch. You're really not engaging with anything in my post. Yeah, and I know why he's not engaging in anything in your post, because you're just going to say the law. The argument is whether the law is ridiculous or not whether it's law or not. And just calling me bad. I'm not even sure what you disagree with. It's pretty clear. That's bad faith. Twitch calls it doxing. California law calls it doxing. No. You sent me a screenshot last night, ignored the words sensitive information and could. Then you admitted it was illegal doxing last night on stream with mostly critique of Twitch policies you intentionally misread. You've frantically been trying to find a new position to better fit your end goal all night, clearly. So doxing involves bad actors' attempt to cause them inconvenience, harm, embarrassment, shame. And this is the problem with this vague fucking law, so to speak, or Twitch's law.
No, I mean it says right there.
It's all encompassing.
Real name, contact information. Shows like exactly what
which could include, yeah. Well, I gotta be honest. I still think this is written poorly. Bad actors typically for anything to help themselves expose private image. Someone like this could. It depends on the situation, obviously. And that's what's so dangerous. What Dan's doing. Find an attorney who agrees with you. It's a period of authority fallacy. Fuck it. I'll take ChatGPT agreeing with. What is with this? I see this like Grok all the time.
He's a fucking lawyer. I don't know why you would use
agreeing with you as long as it's a fair prompt. What? So you're agreeing that you have no idea what you're talking about, frantically throwing prompts at ChatGPT and try to avoid taking an L? No, I am correct. Sounds like you're arguing with Aiden. I am correct, and you're trying to give you a graceful way out. Oh, God, it's an internet argument. Okay, thank you for giving me a graceful way out. Before more and more attorneys agree with me. Well, I think the law needs to be fought. Thanks for fucking turning this into your own. And every time somebody flashes a username on screen that they can take down a video or sue them. Thanks for trying to push that precedent, Dan. We're talking about the definition of a word, but you don't want to rely on attorneys, but instead you're a wrong personal view. The attorneys. Why have the argument?
It's really,
let me ask you something.
Really
Dan.
irrelevant.
Let me ask you something. Why have the argument if you're just going to do your appeal to authority fallacy and say lawyers? Why even have the debate at all? Why even engage? Lawyers are on my side. You sound like Aiden again. Nick DEORIO, why aren't you on my side? I would give you a chance to gracefully admit Dan PA was doxed by your handler and harassed for years when Lance and Destiny called it out. Since you surely believe that is now based on this pathetic inability to back down. I personally don't think that, by the way, but it fits your standard like a glove. Yeah, it does. Settle this in rust like men. That guy is pretty funny.
The thing is, like, it's fucking relevant if it's legally considered doxing or not. It's on the internet, so is it just considered by the internet? I think like you and I can both agree that if I say your fucking address on the air, that's doxing. But like if I just show your photo, which you can already have your webcam on, it's fucking relevant.
Okay.
Oh, it's fucking stupid. That's all.
Let the record show that someone, and Nicholas of all people, finally ran to face in Discord for Mike PA, who doesn't deserve it. God, he's a weirdo. And clip and ship it because I just did. I mean, in principle, he just did. Dan from PA is probably one of the more repulsive people on the internet. You know, it's possible for all these people to be bad. The pro-DGGers, the Israelis. It's possible that they're all just a fucking bunch of wackos.
And anybody who's into politics, to me, sucks. They can do anything else of their lives, so they can't do politics.
It's just a bunch of people on the internet with no degrees, no background, no nothing, trying to feel like they're bright. This is a terrible precedent. I mean, it's not going anywhere because something tells me that Dan SALTMAN isn't really even presenting correctly or the way a lawyer would actually look at it. What's a pig for? Dropping the Dan SALTMAN debate tomorrow at 10 a.m. New video coming soon. Excited. All right. I'm super excited too. This is a comment to Dan Can't Tweets. This is California law. You redacted all your DMs with me last night. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Deleting all communications because we disagreed on stream, by the way. You're disingenuous. Cliff knows. DEORIO's wrong. He's coping, seething. I joke I love Nick, but in this case, what our feelings are do not line up with the law. Well, let's argue about the validity of the law then. Nor does Twitch own TOS. And the actions Hassan took were almost certainly doxing under both California law and Twitch's TOS. Didn't he fucking walk that back? I like to get that
later on. Yeah, he did. Like today, like like an hour ago.
Last tweet he gave me?
Yeah,
which one?
Should be
the very last one.
No. Yeah, from Dan. Yeah.
Let's see. That's not.
No, from Dan. I said from Dan.
Okay. To be clear, Hassan Piker didn't dox out crypto, at least not how any normal person would define it. Addy phone number. My problems is how Twitch's words in terms of service. Fucking you're backtracking. Protect creators like Hassan and punishment while giving the wrong thinkers a permaban. I mean, there is some truth in what he's saying. It's definitely biased over there, and Dan, I got come at it from a good faith position, not like you technically broke the rules. You sound like such a bitch. Also, the whole thing with William Mack was not DEORIO's fault. Just this doxing meta is something I know both Willie and Nick fucking hate. Thanks for the 5. Ignoring that doxing, should Hassan Piker be investigated for brandishing the gun, even if it was an airsoft gun? Okay. Well, I don't know. Look, this would be the type of thing where Dan's right. If it's against Twitch's rules, I guess. I don't give a shit because I don't think it should be against the rules to begin with. But if it is, yeah, sure. I mean, the gun thing is just, honestly, it's just lolcow behavior. I fucking like it. I fucking love it.
It'd be funny like he pulls out a grenade on his next stream.
I fucking love it. The only thing with William Mack is not DEORIO's fault. So they were going to have some kind of stupid fucking podcast. I'm glad that got busted up. Hassan Piper didn't dox anyone in this clip. He pulled up the public YouTube channel of Crypto. It's a okay, yeah, exactly. We're all gonna fucking go down because we pulled up public YouTube channels. That won't create drama wars.
I mean, how many times have you done that?
That's YouTube's policy. It's their terms of service. Thanks, Karen. This clip has been shared 1,000 times on Reddit and Twitter, but not once have I seen a single person think to blur or dox it because it doesn't exist. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm just gonna point out or whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's his channel. It's not doxing. He already doxed himself.
He even looks gay with a gun. How's that possible?
He's like holding a rug.
A commentator told Hassan he was being treasonous. So what does he do? He was calling for Hassan to be hung. He said that Hassan. Why would Hassan get mad over that? I feel like I'm hearing that every day.
Oh,
yeah,
ego.
Ego. Yeah, I'm tough. You can't hang me. He's saying Hassan should be beaten in response. So basically, he's doing stuff Hassan's fans do. This doesn't make it right, but Hassan should be in response. Pulled up 2 YouTube channels and showed their public profile. This is not Constitution doxing. If a response to any of the above is blatant lies, he brandished a fake gun. First of all, I agree with that, and he should be a 24-hour ban at minimum. I don't care if they ban him or not. I really don't. Who gives a fuck? Honestly, it makes him look so bad, in my opinion, that I'm fine with it. I just wish he put it in his... If he put it in his mouth, it would have been better.
He just blows his fucking brains out on stream.
By accident.
This guy called me trying to kill me. I'll do it first.
Let me clean
his fucking brains.
I know lots about weapons. I know how to clean this thing. You don't know anything about fucking Glock. Who cares? The fact that he had to pull it out really, it tells you everything why he never fought Sam Hyde.
Yeah, he's just a pussy. Even though like he pulled out like a fucking airsoft gun.
It just screams vagina to me. It screams that, you know, someone tells me some crazy right-wingers broke in there, and let's just say he wouldn't die gracefully for his fucking principles. I think he'd scream like a pig. Kind of like his hero Che Guevara did. Willie Mack and Dan MO scheduled tomorrow is now canceled. Saltman complains that Nicholas DEORIO is the reason why. Fighting with Dan cooked it, but we're going to put him in a possible spot. I mean, honestly, this is the best thing to happen to all of them. This is just a bad idea. No Willie stream. Fighting DEORIO cooked it. Just going to put them in an impossible spot. Why, though? I don't know why DEORIO is so fucking butthurt. He's not butthurt. He's arguing with you. Hey, Cope sees butthurt.
A guy who does debates for a living can't get that. The guy just disagreed.
He puts fucking Hassan's gun thing in his... Who cares? I mean, you know, for the same reasons that, you know, pretending what Destiny did is rape, pretending like this is some kind of serious fucking crime is ridiculous. Like, absolutely ridiculous. Willie says Nick did not cancel the podcast. Both of them are arguing about Hassan. I was good to promote the episode. Was he just going on there, or was he becoming a podcast member?
No, it was going to be a trio podcast with all 3 of them.
Do with Tom and Vega. Much better. It's more down to earth. These guys, I mean, this is my, this is what I was kind of saying before. Like, I don't fucking send shit to Chud about, or shit to Nick about Chud. I would have fucking lit up all their emails and begged them not to do it. You got to keep a certain distance from these jackasses. You end up getting soggy cerealed. Do what you did. Like, if you have to stick up for Dan from PA, as disgusting as it might be, stick up for Dan from PA. If you got to stick up for Ethan, stick up. But don't throw in with any of them. Try to be as neutral as you possibly can. I'm not saying don't laugh, don't have them on, don't laugh at their jokes, don't aiden it up and make it like a serious thing. But going into business with them is a little bit different. You just lose your impartiality.
Click on Willie's tweet because there's more stuff.
All right. Cancel podcast. I ended up, after talking to Dan about calling viewers in the past and whatnot. He has his reasons. I just don't like that sort of thing. This makes it seem like I'm going after people for a love interest, Willie. You got to phrase it better. I don't think you want him phrasing it better, Dan. As I said, I don't fault Willie at all for any of these. I really still like his content. No bad blood on my end. Okay, good. There's no bad blood. Soaks up time like leaves less time for political content. I wonder what Dan's political background is. Does he have a degree in like history? Does he have like anything? Anybody?
The only thing I know is that like he's a lawyer apparently.
Is he a lawyer? Like, all right. Well, that gives him something.
And like I don't even know if it's true or not.
Is Queeman a lawyer? No, he's a college dropout. I mean, that's something.
He finished law school.
Yeah. Aiden's gonna fuck his fucking school up. You watch.
He got his high school degree.
Aiden screams fuck up. I'm sure he's smart enough to graduate. I'm absolutely sure of that. It screams his personality is going to get in the way. Bitch. He's going to fuck it all up. He's going to screw it up. I think his parents can threaten the teachers and they'll pass him. I don't know. Email subject, want to lose some money? So I say in my mind, fuck it. I'm God at OPSEC. That's ironic. Apparently not so much.
I guess apparently I'm wrong. He is not a lawyer.
He's not a lawyer? No, he's not.
I just heard
that's
the
thing. Everybody wants to get this YouTube politics because it makes them look sophisticated, right? But here's the dirty secret. Fucking guys like Queeman and J-Stock can do it.
Yeah. Like, I'd rather hear
Destiny's a college dropout, too. Destiny's a fucking dropout, too. He never finished his music school, which made him an expert. Dropping out of music school makes you an expert in politics. It's ridiculous. Like, none of these guys have degrees of any kind. And I'm not saying... Here's the thing. Let me finish. I'm not saying that you can't get into this and not have it and have to have a background with this, but I got to be honest with you, with the authority these people speak in without having anything is very interesting to me. What do you say?
Well, here's the thing. There was a special artist who did get kicked out of school, and he did kind of...
Hold on, I answered Lumpy. I'm a college dropout like everybody else, Lumpy Willie. And I don't fucking claim to be one of these jackasses. You're the one that worships and fell for this shit. I'm not telling anybody on here to listen to me because I know better. I know exactly what I am, unlike all the social anxiety jack-offs you believe in because you have the same fucking problem. There you go, Lumpy Willie. What were you gonna say?
I was saying, like, there was like a special guy who got kicked out of art school and took a career, and he didn't finish college.
Well, I noticed like a lot of them.
That was gonna make a Hitler joke.
I noticed a lot of like the original Nazis. A lot of them were like failures at just about everything. Even Hitler failed in what he was going into.
He got kicked out. Yeah,
a lot of them got kicked out of stuff, but they could speak, and they got into radical politics. But there was nothing in their background that they ever completed fucking anything in school. It's interesting. And here's another thing I noticed. The short route for dropouts, guys that didn't complete shit, right, is politics to be taken seriously. Lee Harvey Oswald was like that too. The guy who shot JFK. I mean, he failed at it. He failed at school. He failed in the Marine Corps. He failed at absolutely everything. But he was a fucking commie. He understood communism, like at an intellectual level. What?
Lumpy Willie is saying, name me one example of any one of these people saying they are the ones to be listened to.
Are you joking? Listen to them and the way they talk. They don't joke. They have no sense of humor about themselves, Lumpy Willie. You fucking dipshit.
Arguing about how high their IQ is. You have endless clips. Actually, we played one yesterday, so go watch that.
Endless clips of me trying to talking about. What do you mean? They're always saying everybody's stupid and smooth brain, and they're sophisticated. They are. They don't have to say it literally. They're behaving it, you dumb fuck. Willie, you're one of the dumbest people on the internet.
You act like an authority. Pull them up. Go watch the from yesterday.
You love me as retard. All you got to do is listen to the way they come off. They're all fucking dopes. And their entire, they don't do any laughs. They don't joke around. They don't do any bits. Literally, Chud's entire show is look how stupid this person is. There's no insight. There's no experience because it probably has a case of the fucking social anxiety. There's nothing. He's not worldly. Probably never left a fucking country.
It's kind of, it is fun to call people stupid. I've done it. You've done it.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
that's not the point.
But Chud comes off the
way they.
I mean, look what Chud did with his stuff on me. Look at my points. I've completely destroyed. He's a total fucking dork. You ain't kidding, Lumpy Willie. God damn. And another thing is you all like Destiny at one time. So there you go. That's one thing you can't say about me. I thought the guy was a psychopath.
Exactly what Destiny did. The only difference is that he did not record it. That's it.
The answer. He picks up the phone. I say, call my number. Hangs up. I'm not waiting in limbo. I think it's illegal. I don't know what the fuck this is. To be fair, I call him at his job. I didn't Oh my God. So basically, this guy's going to lecture. So this jack fuck is going to lecture us about showing a profile on fucking stream, and that's a reason for a banning. And he's fucking calling people at work. Is that what I'm looking at?
Yeah. So Dan, a while back, he had a detractor who was like leaking his paid content. He's like Patreon only content out. Dan got so pissed off he called his work. But it didn't end there. He also called his wife. The guy's wife.
So he basically did
this
that fucking
is the same guy
that
who's
other
calling out
wacko.
fucking Hassan.
Isn't there some? Isn't that girl with the in the gaming magazine? They called the guy's wife. That was the end of her. Should be the end of him too.